I wanted to make a video to explain how to make the masks with the filter pocket. I was following some of the YouTube videos out there, and I basically kind of improvised to make that pocket, so I wanted to show how I've been doing that. So you're going to have 2 pieces of fabric. I've been using 9 inches by 7 inches. There's a lot of instructions out there using 6 inches. I just find that the 7 inches covers the face a little bit better. And then 2 pieces of elastic, 7 inches long, whatever you can find, because elastic is hard to find by. I ordered mine on Amazon and it came within probably about a week. I don't know if that's still the case, but that's where I found it. And then there's also videos out there how to make these with ties using fabric if you can't find elastic. So what I've been doing is on the fabric, on the 2 pieces of fabric, making a seam about 1/2 inch. So basically taking that, making a seam. I'm just eyeballing it, I'm not really measuring it. So here you'll see I have my 2 seamed ends with about a 1/2 inch seam. Not perfect, but it'll be fine once we finish the finished product. From here you're going to take your 2 pieces of fabric and you're going to face them pattern in. And what you're going to end up doing is leaving that top open, right, because that's where your filter will go. And you're going to sew this elastic on the inside, kind of like this. So what you want to do is start this corner with the elastic kind of going in an angle, because you're going to sew over it, and then line up your edges and then start your seam. Once you get close to the end, you're going to want to grab that other end of the elastic and place it in that second corner. Then you're going to pivot. On this bottom here, when you line up your fabric, you're not going to need to stop anywhere, so you can just put the seam from end to end. You'll pivot in the corner, and then you're going to take your second piece of elastic, start it up in that corner, and then start your seam again on that end. When you get close to the end, you want to grab that other end of the elastic and put it in the corner. And on this end, you're not going to need to pivot because you want to leave your top open like that, so you can just sew right over it, over the edge. Now you can take your mask and turn it right side out, and it'll look closer to what a mask is supposed to look like. What I've been doing is just putting a little seam right here on top so that when that filter is in there, that it's not going to pop out if somebody's using it. Nothing fancy. There's probably a fancier way to do it. I just don't know what that is because I'm not an experienced seamstress. So you have your top open like that with little seam. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pleat 3 pleats and pin them. So you're going to pleat, pin, pleat, pin, pleat, and then pin. So here's what it looks like when those pleats are pinned. You can measure and make them perfect. I do not. I just eyeball them. As you can see, they're a little crooked, but in the end, they will work out just fine with those pleats for the mask. So all you're going to do in this step is you're going to sew around it. You're going to leave your top open for the pocket. You're going to sew this end, pivot, sew the bottom, pivot, sew up through the end, and you don't need to, again, you're going to want to leave that top pocket open. just remove the pins. And you have your finished product. There's probably better ways to do all this if you were an experienced seamstress, but that I am not. So hopefully this will help others that are not super experienced at sewing. You'll have your top pocket here on open so that a filter can be slid in. People are using coffee filters or vacuum cleaner bags cut up, paper towels, Kleenex. So those are different options for a filter, but this is what it looks like in the end.